Hey guys, Mad Theories here. Now, I was gonna save this thought, probably like for like another time, but since I don't know, I was just like thinking about random stuff, but here's gonna be the theory. Who is the most powerful vampire in all of anime history? And I'm really gonna go with the homie Alucard. And everybody remembers Hellsing, Alucard, Dracula, all of that wonderful and good stuff. Now, the thing is about that is just that, they had explained everything right on how he was first defeated by Van Helsing, which I was pissed because I kind of wanted to see the fight, not just having to be like in flashbacks, like, oh, well, Van Helsing defeated him, and they basically had Alucard have him be under the Helsing's name and under the Helsing family and stuff, and that only people in the Helsing family could basically, use his services and whatnot. And he served her father, he served the father and stuff. And that's when it was crazy, because it was the fact is that the uncle basically wanted to be in control of the whole Helsing organization and whatnot, and he was even willing to kill his own niece. And I was like, you know what? It's good that motherfucker died. It's good that she sick Dracula on him, and he basically mauled down his ass. But the crazy part about the whole situation was that Walter knew about it, but he wasn't there. So it was like, the uncle probably would have had Walter be by his side. And technically, if Walter was there, he would have died too. Because let's just be honest here, like, he would have known about the whole situation, and he could have stopped him. Like, come on, they called them what? They called them Death or something, or the Black Reaper or whatever. Like, come on, like, he could have, he would have been mauled too, but, But here's the thing, it's like, I'm trying to, like, wrap my head around the whole situation. Now, I'm gonna explain about, in the next video, about the second most powerful vampire, which I think he is probably the first. But Alucard from Helsing's Ultimate, like, the whole freaking story of this man is just basically sick. And the fact is that how all of those powers and abilities that you've seen him in the freaking show, if you read the manga, this motherfucker was broken. Like, the part that will forever ever, like, have that part of me like, yo, this clown is like broken, is the fact is that he left existence for 30 years due to the fact that he had to kill millions of copies of the souls that he absorbed over the years, which was beyond sick, just to kill that other part, just to kill that other person that came inside his little blood trail, when he absorbed the entire city of London, just absorbed the entire city of blood, and basically was going to do something. I'm so pissed, because I wanted to see what he was going to do to Walter. He was going to do something crazy to Walter, until this guy came along, and that's when he kind of just like was messing with his memories, and then he was like, yo, I gotta leave. And that's when he just left existence. With who does that? Who leave existence for 30 years and then come back just so you can kill millions of copies of yourself, and then be like, until there was only one part of you, and then for him to say, I finally had the power to be everywhere and truly nowhere? Like, seriously, like, who does that? And the fact is that, now let me talk about, like, the millions and millions of copies, millions of souls that he absorbed over the years. This man was powerful enough he had his own army. He had his freaking own army. This is why I see what Castlevania did. Now, Castlevania is like different, because if anybody who have seen like the Castlevania Netflix series, like, go check that out, because that's also really good, really good. Even though I'm pissed to have 4 episodes, but it's gonna come back in October. But check that out, because that was also good, some really good stuff in there as well. But freaking like Alucard, it's like, this man was basically, he's able to summon like millions of armies. So even if this clown wanted to, he could like he has millions of copies, soldiers of the past he killed and devoured and had them all become a part of him. He could have technically taken over the world if he wanted to. Which I say, like, again, like, the only person that could have killed them was Alexander Anderson if it wasn't for Ceres for, like, kind of, like, interfering and helping out in the fight. He would have killed them. He would have killed them. Even though he had, like, the whole, the holy stake or something that had the blood of Jesus on it or something, and then he became the monster, which was, all of it was sick, because he basically said only a man can kill a monster, and Alexander Anderson was the man. Like, he was the man to take him out. I mean, he could have, but he would have became some sort of angelic beast type creature. I mean, he would have been crazy strong because nobody would have killed him, but he would have died in the process due to the fact that it lynched onto his heart and he had to rip out his heart and stuff. But yo, I mean, again, still freaking broken due to the fact that he was able to transform into his true form, Val Dracula Tempest or something, like how they said his name. And then he had like his whole black armor, the mustache, the sword, and whatnot. And I was like, damn, like this is basically like his true form. And it's like he had like freaking, like, if you pierce his heart with a wooden stake, you shoot his heart with a wooden stake, you shoot his heart with silver, you try everything, because they had, even his Wikipedia basically explains how he has super regeneration, ultimate regeneration, advanced regeneration, immortality. He had freaking all of this stuff. And I was like, even though like they tried to, like, even though when Alexander Anderson was fighting him and he was using like all the holy stuff, it wasn't really working like that, because you needed something a little bit more divine to like hurt him, which would have killed him in the process. It would have been sick, but it still would have killed him in the process. But it's like regular holy stuff wouldn't really work on him, because he's gonna be like, what is this? Like, he said to himself, he said, you can chop my head off, you can do all of this wonderful stuff to me and I won't die. And it's like, damn, for a man to leave existence for 30 years, absorb people that he killed and make them be a part of him, build soldiers off of thousands and millions of souls that he have absorbed over the countless of years, and turn them into his personal army instead of ghouls, forget it. For freaking get it. And it's like, no, to be honest with you, it's like, I don't even think, I'm only person I know that can defeat him, but I won't say his name and stuff. I feel like people don't really talk about him, even though he had a movie. He had like, I think 2 or 3 movies, and there was a couple of novels written about him, but there's only one person I personally think that could defeat him, because when I was looking up the whole situation, I was like, I love alucard. Like, this man is broken. Like, they, like, the whole hell scene, the directors, the creators, the writers, and everything, they did a wonderful job creating. Made the most brokenest vampire ever. Even when you will go on to say, like, who is the most powerful vampire in anime history, obviously he would pop up #1, but I personally feel like there's another dude who's actually way stronger than him in that case. But I don't know, it's just alucard. Alucard is basically like all over the place when it comes down to abilities, because it's like let's say you have anybody who's like a vampire hunter, like let's say Blade. Let's just go with Blade, Morpheus, people who have like sort of vampire abilities. Like Blade, if Blade would have fought alucard, this man would demolish him. He would demolish him and stuff. Sure, Blade will put up a decent, interesting fight, but alucard would kill Blade and have him be one of his servants and work for him and stuff. I mean, as Blade under the alucard, under alucard's ruling, under his control, forget it. Blade would be like the most ultimate vampire assassin ever. Like, alucard could just sit there and be chilling, like, yo, I don't even gotta go out. Let me just send him. And he just go out, does his killing and whatnot, and be chilling. Oh, and by the way, he also had dark magic, by the way, where he was basically using like spells. Oh, and freaking reality illusion type thing. He was able to like manipulate people's minds and stuff, which was also freaking sick. And it's like he took his vampirism to the next level. And I think sunlight doesn't affect him either. I think because I think he was actually walking around and looked like there was like some sun somewhere. So I think there was that too. But yeah, You can't. Alucard is just freaking broken. Like, for a dude to freaking walk, for a dude to leave existence for 30 years and to come back, have all these crazy abilities and whatnot, almost die a couple of times, then got defeated that one time, and then for him to just be sitting back like, yo, only a man could kill a monster, and he's just there chilling, waiting for someday for him to be defeated, because it's like an Alucard existence and his purpose, he wants to be defeated. This is what you basically see. Like, he wants to fight a strong opponent, sorry. He wants to fight like a strong opponent so they can one day finally take him down and whatnot, so he can somewhat probably rest in peace somewhere, you know. But yeah, so I think we're gonna end this here. So if you like what you heard what you like, please subscribe, share, do all of that wonderful stuff, and I'll catch you later.